Hey guys, PepperAmmy here. Today we are taking a quick look at a use for Aquafaba, aka the water left over from cooking chickpeas, aka garbanzo beans. Now you can also simply just use the water from a can of chickpeas. This will work out fine as well. You don't have to cook up a fresh batch of chickpeas. Now in this quick recipe we will be using the Aquafaba to make some vegan meringues. Now at first I was quite skeptical about using this bean water as an egg white replacement, but I was honestly shocked at how well this turned out. Now for this recipe all you will need is the liquid from 1 can of chickpeas and 2/3 of a cup of sugar. Optionally you can add in some food colorings and food flavorings. I chose to add in some red food coloring and a splash of raspberry flavor. Now as an additional note for this video, I highly recommend only doing this if you have a stand mixer or a good electric whisk to make this. Simply start by adding the Aquafaba to the bowl of a mixer, and in the all-famous words of Bob Ross,
and beat the devil out of it. Alright.
Now in all seriousness, this stuff takes a good 10 to 15 minutes to whip up to the point we want it. That's why I suggested not doing this by hand. Once thoroughly beaten, it should form peaks just like egg whites would. Now this honestly blew me away. I didn't actually expect this to happen, as this is basically just water, salt and whatever is cooked out of the beans. I was really not expecting this to foam up as much as it did. Now at this point, just preheat your oven to 110 degrees Celsius or 200 degrees Fahrenheit, just as you would for normal meringues. Once you have the peaks, add in your sugar slowly. Now this is where you can add in your color or flavorings if desired. If your mixture struggles to form peaks, you can always add in a teaspoon or so of cream of tartar. This is just going to help stabilize the mixture. As this doesn't actually contain any eggs, you can test for flavouring as you go. Now once all of the sugar has been combined into the now foamy Aquafaba, you can spoon it into a piping bag. Now I'm not very experienced using piping bags, and I'm not a fan of using non-reusable items in the kitchen, but I have tried using washable piping bags before, and it just warped and the nozzle no longer held in place. So unfortunately it's back to using the disposable ones for now. Now line a baking tray with either a silicone sheet. Now you can get silicone sheets with shapes for meringues, which are very handy, or just simply use some baking paper. Carefully using the piping bag, form the meringues how you want them. I just went for some small round ones. This is basically just a test run for me, as in all honesty I wasn't sure what to expect from this recipe. Then once you have your meringues piped, place in the oven for 1.5 hours to 2 hours, depending on if you want them nice and soft or a nice crisp meringue. Now the longer you bake them, obviously the crispier they are going to become. Once baked, remove them from the oven and they will still be quite soft, but once you let them cool for a while, they will become much firmer and you can easily remove them from the baking tray. Now this recipe honestly blew me away. It takes a bit longer to whip up than a normal meringue, but you can honestly not taste the difference. After all, the sugar has basically just wiped out any resemblance of any other flavour in this, just like it does for a normal meringue. That does it for this little bonus video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I may look at more recipes for Aquafaba in the future, as there is a lot of these recipes out there. And as always, if you did enjoy, let me know with a like and comment down below. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, it helps me out a lot and you get more weekly cooking content. Thanks for watching.